What's up? I'm back. Not that it took me one whole freaking year. Anyways, if you're thinking, who is this weird looking person staring me in the freaking soul right now? Well, hi, I'm Marcel, and I used to make art videos about 1 year ago, and then I disappeared, like many beginners. Now, of course, the question arises, why did I quit it all? And for many beginners that just quit, you most of the time will probably hear some things like, nah, YouTube, that's just too saturated. You can't build a channel on there and you can't grow it. But let's be honest, that's total bullshit. Like, there are about 114 million channels that are active right now. This might sound much, but compare that to the 8.2 billion people living on this planet right now, and it's suddenly a really small percentage that's left. About 1.4% if my math is not that bad, but don't trust me in math, okay? Math is just some other thing. Now, 1.4% doesn't sound much, does it? You really thinking you can't outwork these? Nah, saturation was not the problem, okay? But why did I quit then? Well, to know that, we have to go back in time. Amongst YouTubers, there's the saying that you gotta upload weekly to grow your channel. And while I don't doubt this statement, it has led me to quitting fairly quickly, even though I didn't plan on quitting, but more on that later. Now, there were many mistakes I made in the beginning. Like, back then I didn't know about the trajectory of the channel. Heck, maybe I'm not even knowing it right now, okay? But one thing I know for sure was that it has always been themed around art. However, the biggest problem I faced when uploading was not literally uploading, but actually having video ideas and having the knowledge to bring them around. And both of it was non-existent. My ego, however, that was up there. Like, I was on the top of Mount Arrogance, you know, like, totally up there. To explain this feeling of arrogance better, there is an effect called the Dunning-Kruger phenomenon. This just basically states, brace now. The Dunning-Kruger effect describes the phenomenon that people with low competence tend to overestimate their abilities because they are unable to recognize their own deficits. Or put in simple words for our baby brains, you're just too stupid to know what you're doing wrong and you're still thinking you're the G, okay? Now, the Dunning-Kruger effect also has a curve to it, and Mount Arrogance is actually the first step you gotta take whenever you start a skill or something similar, because you still lack a lot of knowledge, and therefore you can't really see your mistakes. But sooner or later, you're gonna fall deep down into the abyss of despair. And then you gotta realize, holy frick, there's a hacking ton to learn about this stuff. And then just slowly but surely, you're going to gradually work your way up through the ups and downs until you've got a decent level where you're happy with yourself. But I drifted off here, so let's get back to the theme of the video. You probably don't know, but back then I have been influenced by a YouTuber called Hamza Ahmed. And the only thing I really knew was discipline, like straight up, just go in there and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. And in order to keep the algorithm happy, I pushed out one video after another week by week. This is what I call my speed paint arc. And it led to many pieces that were absolute garbage and dropped my quality down just immensely. Now, doing this week after week without inspiration made art more of a must instead of a want. My passion got slowly killed away, and still to this day, it hasn't really come back to me fully yet. Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't just quit YouTube and lay lazy on the couch for a whole freaking year. Well, first of all, my matura was nearing, or my finals if you're from America or something, so basically I'm done with school right now. And second, I practiced a heck ton of art. I can show some pieces right here, right now, some, yeah, nothing special, just some practice. But it didn't really make it any better because now art still feels like a must instead of a want, because I still have to improve my skills, and if I don't really practice them, pretty sure I'm gonna lose them pretty quickly too. Now, sparks of inspiration are pretty rare and short, and discipline is the only really thing still tying me on this dying passion of mine. but I wish I could have back the joy I had when starting out. Yeah, those pieces weren't as good or anatomically accurate or something, but I at least had fun and they still expressed things way better, I think. I don't know the name anymore, but I remember watching a video and he also said like his new pieces may be accurate, but they're just so bland, you know, they lack the expression, they lack the emotion behind it, and his older pieces had that, even though they looked worse, but they looked better because of that. But it's so sad that this passion of mine is dying, and I don't know how to bring it back yet, but maybe I will figure it out in some years or days or weeks, I don't know. Now, before I said that I didn't really intend to quit, and it really wasn't my intention first. Like, I just noticed that my content has been repetitive and I lost a lot of quality because my work was going downwards, and it is against my own will, you know. I don't really like producing shitty work. When I started this channel, I wanted to bring value, and honestly I lost track of that pretty quickly. But it was just the typical advice of go ahead, push out a video per week to keep the algorithm happy, in combination with a lack of video ideas that just crumbled all of my skills and inspiration and passion. My work was dropping in quality, the views were dropping, and I wasn't really proud of my work anymore. And that's why I thought to myself, why not go shit on that weekly uploading schedule and deliver quality work instead of shitty work, you know? And that's when I really lost track of it. With my final year of school coming up, and me not really having any knowledge to bring value and quality to the channel yet, I pretty much quickly lost track of it. And well, yeah, 1 year passes quickly and there we are. 1 year no uploads. However, the reason I'm making this video yet is because I saw a Iman Gadzi video today, and he talked about the feeling of still not really knowing what you're doing, except you have been doing it for years already. Like, he was talking about it doesn't matter if you are broke or if you're already a billionaire. Both are gonna have doubt. Both are gonna have the fear of actually messing up, and both will have the feeling of still not knowing anything about the thing they've done. Sure, their confidence will be different. Yeah, the billionaire will go on the job like, yeah, okay, I've done this hundreds of times, I will still do it one time, no problem, okay? This is just confidence that builds up over years. But both of them will still have this doubt. Now, this resonated so much with me because right now I think I'm at a decent level of arc. After I fell down from Mount Arrogance into the abyss of despair, I slowly crumbled up that way to finally get me on a decent level, I think, although I still have many things to practice. However, I procrastinated so long on uploading a video because of imposter syndrome, I would say. Like, I thought I still wasn't good enough. I thought to myself, if I don't know literally everything that's out there, why would I go ahead and give other people advice? That was my mindset right there. But that fear, that level of self-doubt, it will never go away. And the right time will never come. The right time is only now. I've known this advice for so long, but I don't know, it just got lost and has only been brought back to life again today. So whatever you've been putting up for later and procrastinated on for I don't know how freaking long, just go ahead and do it now. Okay? The right time will not come. You will not be hit by a flash of confidence suddenly, and those doubts will always be there, no matter how experienced you are. There will always be a little squeaky voice pulling you back. Now, if you take away anything from this video, then please don't make your craft, I don't care what it is, as long as you love it, a must. Try to keep the passion alive and don't wait for the perfect time, because it's never gonna come. I'm not gonna say it's an easy path, okay? Maybe you will quit. Maybe I will quit too, and we meet in the place all quitters will meet one day. But we never know until we try. As for the future, I hope imposter syndrome won't take over me again. And that's all for today's video. And don't forget, stay passionate.